What's going on to all my choppies in the world out there? Welcome to another edition of Mac Eats. For this episode, I have something really special for you guys. We are actually doing the prison edition of Mac Eats. So I have all the food and utensils exactly how we would have it inside prison, and we're gonna cook it just how we would cook it inside prison, and we'll show you exactly how it's done. I have a few friends over, and after we're done cooking, they're gonna eat it, we're gonna try it, see if it's good, and we're gonna, see what's up. I got my brother Duke, who's gonna, there he goes. What's up, Duke? I got my brother Duke here. He's gonna help me. We're gonna put it all together. We're gonna tell you a couple stories. We'll walk you right through the whole thing, so you'll know exactly, if you ever go to prison, you'll know how to cook. All right, so our first dish that we're gonna have is
dirty rice.
Dirty rice. It's basically a prison staple, because it's easy to make, cheap to make, and it's good. It's filling. It's way better than the mess hall, I'll tell you that. I'll eat this all day over the mess hall. So why do they call it dirty rice?
Well, they call it dirty because of the calamari. The calamari has ink, and it actually changes the color of the rice. So it's just a nickname that it's picked up, in prison, and it's called dirty rice because of the color.
But it's really just seafood rice.
It's really just seafood rice.
So the ingredients that we have for this dirty rice is, of course, success rice, ramen, which only be using the chicken flavoring in the back, sazon, because we need color, squid, and calamari. And of course, this is the utensil, the most important. In prison, how much would this be worth?
At least about 15 packs of Newports.
And that's like $200. I bought this for $9. This is a metal hot pot. You can actually fry in it. You can do everything in it. This is like everything in prison. So listen, we're about to prep it all up, and then we're gonna start chefing this thing on up, and you're gonna see how this is gonna turn into this.
Yes. Okay, so what we do is we use it as a cooking bag. So you will make use of whatever kind of plastic bags you have. It would be a garbage bag or anything. As long as it's clean, it's not gonna cause any problems.
See, out here, this would be like, people wouldn't even think about, I definitely wouldn't even think about eating this. But inside prison, this would really be like special, and it would be really good. It would be way better than what they served in the mess hall, which is what they serve for dinner or whatever. So this would actually be, we would look forward to this.
Absolutely.
So you want to give them a little history lesson on the metal hot pots? Okay,
so metal hot pots. They were very prevalent once upon a time in prisons. You could boil for them. You could fry foods, cook food, stuff like that. For disciplinary reasons, safety and security reasons, they took them out of the prisons and they replaced them with plastic hot pots.
Some people can still get these.
Yes.
Some people still have them, and inside jail, these are like so valuable. Now, what we do is we take everything here, the seasoning, the fish, we put it in the bag, and we just like mix everything up. So this is the reason why it's called dirty rice, because it's like this. This is without the water in it. Now we're about to put the water. Tie it up nice and tight so none of the air comes out. And now, we break out the oven. This, my choppies, is the oven inside prison. Of course, it's not a real oven. So we get a nice thick towel, right? And it's hot right now, so what you want to do is you want to wrap it up really well so the heat doesn't escape. Wrap it up like this, and come over like this. And if we had a rubber band or something like that, but we can just let it sit right like that.
So now we would say that that's in the oven.
That's in the oven. Here we go.
So that's the first part of our
Meal.
cuisine.
Yeah.
Done. Now we move on to pepperoni and black bean sauce. Another staple in prison because those are things that are very accessible, and we'll get to it.
Let's get it. So now we're making the pepperoni black bean sauce. Do you like this meal right here?
Yes, I do.
It goes good with the rice. Is again easy to make and it's cheap, right? So now, what do we have here? We have the pepperoni stick, right? The pepperoni stick is actually a staple inside jail. You don't need to refrigerate it. You can just put it right in your locker. They sell these in every commissary. You can also get this in packages or you can order it from vendors. We have vegetables. We have a carrot, a green, and a red in one pepper, the best of both worlds. And then we have our onion. Now, when you go to the mess hall chow, they don't have all of this for a regular meal. But if you have a special diet or if you have a religion that requires you to have fresh fruits, which is like Jewish and whatever, you can buy it from the people that get these special items, right? So, you know, one stamp would get us maybe this, maybe two stamps. Well, one stamp or two stamps? Two stamps or one cigarette would get us this right here. So we would have this for our meal. We also have the black beans. We have the sazon packet. We have tomato with ketchup, Heinz ketchup. We have this beautiful setup right here, our kitchen. And now, to chop all this stuff up, we have this.
The chopper.
The chopper. This is a can top. This can top is available to everybody because they allow cans in prison. So what we would do is, since they won't give us a knife or anything like that, and the plastic knife is too flimsy to cut a lot of this stuff, we just take the can top off and then we'll bend it and then we'll just chop it up with the can top. A lot of people would use this can top to, you know,
Do other things.
But for this one, we're just gonna do
Big food.
Here we go. You ready, bro?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So garlic, they sell this in commissary, most commissaries, right? And you know, in prison, the medical attention there sucks. So you could be sick and you could put in to go see a doctor and you might not see a doctor like 2 weeks later. And by that time, you know, you probably have something else, you know what I'm saying? So we have to kind of find natural remedies to help us while we're sick. I basically never went to the doctor over there because they'll try to do bullshit every time you go. So basically garlic, when you get sick, garlic is the thing, right?
Real quick, the differences between the types of utensils that you would normally have. Okay, so you would have these hot pots, as we mentioned earlier. They switched this up and they changed. These became contraband. That's what makes them, you know, very, very, you know, rare. Exactly. So what they replaced it was these things.
This is plastic.
Yeah. So it's plastic. It doesn't boil. It doesn't
Can't fry.
Can't fry anything. But what you can do, you know, you be a little creative, and what you do is take the bottom, the base off of it first. Take it off the base, the bottom of, just as such. And what you would do is you would remove the thermostat and then you would rewire it so that way it makes it direct. And then once you get the bottom off, in order to get the top off, you have to turn it on and let it melt it off. Then you melt it off, and then of course you have to remove the burnt plastic. But at the end, this is what you'll be left with, which we call a hot plate.
Yes. Now what do we do with that?
This becomes a stove.
This is your stove, and this
Is your what?
pot. We will put all the food in here for the bean sauce, and then we'll cook in this can, and that's how the meal will be made. So let's get to it. So now we got everything prepped up, and it's time to cook, right? It's time to get busy. It's time to chef. It's time to put it together. So now what we do is we put the pepperonis in first because the pepperonis already have oil. It's gonna smell a little plastic. You didn't let that shit burn out?
A lot. Yeah, that burn, it's gonna burn. That's just gonna burn off real quick.
Ugh. Hopefully this should stop like this. We didn't burn it out, bro. Why is it smoking?
That was all like.
Yo, so we're just going through like a technical difficulty. This is what happens when you don't burn all of the plastic out of the hot pot correctly. It starts like, and it smells like burning plastic. It smells really bad right now. But it's looking good though, it's looking good. It's just, you know, it happens, shit happens. All right, so now we're about to throw this in here.
Nice that looks, bro.
You see that?
Make magic.
Huh?
Make
in a
magic,
can.
bro.
This is in a can. I don't know, like.
In the can.
Okay, so now that we got the dirty rice sitting on the side in the oven, we got the bean sauce done, sitting in the oven, wrapped up nice and tight, we're gonna get to the next dish. This dish is called Jack Mac. Now, the ingredients needed is flour. Most jails don't sell flour, right? But every prison has flour in the mess hall. So you can pay somebody that works in the mess hall to smuggle you out some flour. You can pay them a pack of cigarettes, a couple stamps, whatever. So we got some flour here. We got Jack Mac, the fish that they sell in basically every single commissary. We got the batter, which is Dorito chips, Cool Ranch. We got sazon, and we got the almighty red hot pot. Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking.
Let's get it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is batter the Jack Mac, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the seasoning in the flour, and then we're gonna put a little bit of water in there, and then we're gonna dip the fish in there and batter it up with the Cool Ranch Doritos, and then we're gonna drop it in this bad boy and let that fry out.
One of the things we have to do when frying is because you can't use any plastic fork or anything like that because of course it's gonna melt. So what you do is you gotta, again, be creative, right? So find a pencil, anything like that, right? And you take a regular paper clip, bend up the paper clip out. You make it like fork prongs. So you take this, right? And put it on the pencil like this. And then we just take a regular rubber band. And you just put it just like this. Do something else like this too, but I'm gonna use it. So that's another episode. That's another episode. All right, so here we go. And now we have our pitchfork.
All right, so this is the last of the fish. The Jack Mac is done, my friend.
Yes.
Huh? You like how that look?
Yes, very nice golden brown.
Golden brown. You see that? The chips. Who would have knew that the chips would make this? So now, what's up? What else we making?
I think we should do a dessert.
What's a good meal without dessert? All right. So now that we got the main course out the way, it's all done. We're gonna do the dessert, and this dessert, my friend, is called
the Southport Pie.
What is Southport?
Southport is the largest box or segregation unit in New York State prison system.
So what happens in this box?
You get a misbehavior report for whatever reason, they put you in the box. You don't eat, they take away all your privileges. You know, you can't go to commissary.
No commissary, no packages,
no phone, none of that stuff.
All you get is the food that they give you in the mess hall, and they bring it to your cell through the slot. It's not enough food, and it's not good at all. So you have to make best of what you got. And what they do give you is they will give you bread, they will give you some fruits once in a while, so you're gonna have to save that. They'll give you jelly, and not this jelly, but little packs of jelly. From there, you just gotta use your imagination.
Facts. First thing we gotta do is you use the bread, and you have to make the dough, right? First thing we do is remove the crust as such. And it's all about accumulating the things that you need. So it may take you days or a week to get this off in that way because you don't have it with every meal. You know, you'll have like apples one day, bananas 2 days later. You'll have to just wait and collect your ingredients. So here you see we already have one that we did here. So now what we do, we've already taken our regular fruits that we've already had, and we just chop it up and mixed it all up.
Some bananas, some apples.
Bananas and apples, things you would normally get. So then here we have like a little sugar. Took a little bit of coffee and put a little coffee there like that, so that way it gives a little flavor as well. Down.
Ooh, I can't wait to eat that.
And then you have a nice little dessert.
Nice little dessert
to go with your meal.
Yep.
And there you go.
You see, Who the hell would want a cheesecake? Juniors, Entenmann's, fuck that. Right here. We got Southport Pie. Okay, so now that the tedious process of cooking is done, we have everything all ready. We got the rice, we got the fish, we got the bean sauce, we even have dessert, right? So now we're gonna set up the plates, you know what I mean? Serve the people, the good folks at Red Money. They've never had prison food before. This is their first time ever having prison food, and they're gonna have it without having to go to prison.
Definitely, it's like the best of both worlds, though.
No, that's not the best of both worlds, but you know. Okay.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Code red.
Okay, so now that we're done cooking, we're done setting up the plates. Bro, this doesn't even look like jail food.
Look at the color. Look at the texture. Look at it.
So look, listen, I invited the people over. Sav, my manager, a few other people, right? They don't know that this is jail food.
They have no idea.
I didn't tell them this. So they just thinking I'm just making some food, whatever, and they're gonna try it out on camera. We're not gonna tell them it's jail food until they eat it. Let's see if they like it. Pull up, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, my guy, so listen. I made some food. That plate that you're standing right in front of is food that I made. A lot of people don't think that I could cook. I want you to taste it, and I want your honest opinion. Exactly what you think about the food.
You know I'm a chef.
I know you're a chef. That's why I called you, and I know that you know you like good food. So
Let's start with the fish.
honest opinion, bro.
Let's take this.
Hot. You ain't make this.
I made it.
It's alright. Good texture.
I rate it like 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has a
good.
good texture to it. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll move on to the sausages and beans. I don't like beans, but whatever. Okay. I give this a 5 out of 5.
yeah, it's good too.
I like the rice. The beans is ridiculous.
Alright, now try some of the fish.
Fish.
It's crunchy.
That's good.
The crunch to it and texture to it is unique.
Very good.
Alright, now you had the main course. Now you gotta have some dessert. Dude, pass him some dessert.
There you go, bro. Try it. Enjoy. There you go.
How does it look, first of all?
This?
Yeah.
Look like what's them Edmonds little Popeyes you buy separate?
Like a fruit sandwich.
I'm just gonna get into it.
It was good.
This is very good, but I don't like smushy stuff in my mouth.
You like it nice and firm in your mouth.
That way.
Okay.
Kind of reminds me of peanut butter and jelly almost. It's delicious.
So out of the complete meal, the entire meal, how many choppies would you rate it out of 5?
I did it 5 choppies.
5 choppies out of 5.
I give it a solid 4.
What would you say if I told you that everything that you just ate was made like we were in prison?
Not possible.
Yeah, possible. Very possible, actually.
That just makes it that much better. The amount of creativity involved in creating something out of nothing.
I still give it a 4.
It's good.
Alright.
I wouldn't think it's made straight from jail though. You definitely fooled me on that one.
Okay, so we just wrapped everything up. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching our show. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, I want you to take away from this, we're not glorifying anything about prison. Prison is not the place to be. The food sucks. Everything sucks about prison. But this is just to show how people can make something from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And how we are survivors and how we're gonna make the best of whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? So make sure if you like this video, even if you don't like the video, subscribe, like, tell your friends about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a homie locked up in prison, you got somebody locked away in prison, send them a letter, tell them that China Mac showed you some new shit. You know what I'm saying? And send them some money or something, man. Send them some love. Yo, listen. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great one. Choppy Gang. Mac Talk.
Pow, pow.